Hello, hello. Welcome to Kimmel'sIrishPub.com. Let's talk a little bit more fantasy. My last update felt a little forced. Aaron Rodgers, Ezekiel Elliott, not a lot of good stuff there. So I started thinking and it came up with another thought. A fantasy secret that I think a lot of people can deploy in your leagues. And it's about homers. So homers are the owners in the league who target players from their favorite teams. For example, my favorite team is the Falcons, and if I was a homer, I would be focusing and overpaying on Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, Matt Ryan, go onward and upward. So that's what a homer is, and I see it all the time. But now, being this long into fantasy football, you don't expect it to see that much, but I just saw a great example, and I use this strategy myself. Before I get into the example, I use that strategy when I'm trying to make a trade. I have Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, and Watson as my quarterbacks right now. I don't need all three of them. I see another owner who actually needs a little help with quarterback. He doesn't believe so, but I was trying to make him a trade to better my team, and I looked at my three quarterbacks and I thought to myself, which one would he want? Dak Prescott. He's a Cowboys fan, so that's the offer that I made him. So I try and use that strategy as much as possible. But I wasn't as lucky as our next owner. So one of the owners in our league is a Giants fan. And it's very obvious throughout the draft. When you draft defense, defensive players, everything like that. And if he can get a skilled player on the Giants, he's going to go after it and he's going to get it, right? Okay, great. So who's the best skilled player on the Giants? Odell Beckham Jr. Well, not this year. I mean, he's out for the rest of the season. But this owner has traded away Mike Evans, Jay Cutler, who cares, and Dalvin Cook. So Mike Evans, although he's not having the greatest year, he's still going to be productive this year. Dalvin Cook, it's a keeper league. He's going to be great, hopefully next year if he recovers pretty well from his injury. And Jay Cutler, whatever, we know what that's about. In exchange for, he traded those three players to better his team, air quotes there, Derek Carr. His current quarterback is Matt Ryan. Is there an upgrade there? I don't see it. Great, he has somebody during bye weeks and stuff like that, and he can match play them, but I don't think it's worth it there. Odell Beckham Jr. The whole reason he made a trade was to get Odell Beckham Jr. But he can't play him at all this year. So he's a keeper. So is this guy giving up for next year? The other person is Alvin Kamara from the Saints, the running back there. A lot of potential there. But he hasn't secured any starting running back. And after what Ingram did last week, I think they're going to continue to give him the ball as much as possible the way he was successful. Now maybe they'll play some different types of games, and maybe he'll have some up and downs. There is potential there, don't get me wrong. But why would you trade Mike Evans, a receiver that's playing this year that was highly ranked coming in, slower start, Dalvin Cook, who has the starting running back position, but it won't be until next year, and then Jay Cutler, for a hurt receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., you can't use it at all, and then Kamara and Derek Carr, who's not any better than your current starting quarterback. I don't see it. The reason it was done was because of Odell Beckham Jr. This owner is an obvious homer and would give up anything to get Odell Beckham Jr. I even made that same owner a very similar trade offer. He didn't even reply to me, which is okay. I didn't have Odell Beckham Jr., and that was the case in this scenario. The receiver I offered Keenan Allen and Diggs. Diggs is a little hurt right now, but both of them are playing this year. And I got a receiver that's not going to play, so he might be throwing in the towel for this year, although he's not out of the playoffs. It's too early to tell. Or he just must love his Giants so much. Anyway, the bottom line of this story is there's people like this in every league. You should look around your league, see what homers are out there, and target them. When you're trying to make trades and you need to better your team and they have something you need, keep in mind you might have something that they might want simply because their favorite team has that player on it. So that I thought was a good fantasy secret that came to light, something I use on a regular basis. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Obviously other owners use it. and it works. So it came to light this week in my league, and I thought, you know, what a great opportunity to share with the fans at Kimmel'sIrishPub.com. So that's my fantasy secret. Look for the homers in your league and continue to watch Kimmel'sIrishPub.com, and I'll see you next time.